let's talk a little college basketball. So originally, this segment was going to primarily focus on Michigan State and their Big Ten championship win. Well, their outright regular season Big Ten champion. So that was great. I mean, we had the live reaction less than a week ago. They go out and they have a comeback win against Iowa on the road. Really fun, exciting game for Michigan State. They win the Big Ten outright. Then on Sunday, icing on the cake, they go and they blow the doors off of that other school, Michigan. And I thought that was basically what I was going to talk about. Going to talk about how, Tom Izzo won Coach of the Year. Jace Richardson was on third team All Big Ten. He was on the first team All Freshman Big Ten. You had so many, deep. Yeah, it's such a deep team, and now we're on to the Big Ten tournament. And can Michigan State, sort of double up on their Big Ten title and get it both in the regular season and in the conference tournament? And then you kind of move into March Madness mode. And where does Michigan State stand in the seeding? Are they a 3 seed? Are they a 2 seed even? If they win the conference tournament, are they even a 1 seed? But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your persuasion, Michigan just had to do something. They had to get themselves involved in the news cycle. Now, here's the thing. I was watching this game live, and I was talking to my dad on the phone because the game's basically over. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to lock in. I was talking to my dad. And I'm watching the game as the game's over. Michigan State's shooting free throws. They're subbing the seniors out. They're doing the whole, kissing the Spartan logo at midcourt. And then all of a sudden, there's like a scuffle. I was like, oh, okay. Maybe somebody said something or whatever. I wasn't really paying that much attention. But then I understand. Then I figure out what actually happened. I get the whole storyline. So a couple of Michigan players, one of which is named Fat Fat, which your name is Fat Fat. I am just inherently going to not respect you. I'm sorry. I don't care how good at basketball you are, but evidently you really weren't that good at basketball because you had like 2 points. Either way, some man named Fat Fat, and I don't know what the other guy's name was. I guess we'll call him Skinny Skinny. So Fat Fat and Skinny Skinny decide, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna stand right in the middle of the court so that Michigan State can't do the thing that they've done for 30 years, where they sub out the seniors in a game that's over because we're up by double digits with 30 seconds left, and we're gonna kiss we're just gonna get in their way so they can't have their little ceremony. And I gotta tell you, this is by far the most butter soft, sore loser, sour grapes way to deal with a loss. And yet, I'm not surprised at all because this is typical Michigan. You know what? This is it's amazing, the irony of all of this. For one, I seem to remember a altercation in the middle of a sporting event where the game was over that Michigan fans got all bent out of shape. Oh my gosh, look at poor Ohio State. Oh my gosh, they're so triggered that we planted our flag in their field. Oh my gosh. Well, hold on. Just a second. Just one little minute. So, when you do it, it's, well, just beat us. Well, if you don't like it, why don't you just win the game? Huh? You ever think of that, funny guy? You ever think of that? You ever think of that, Buckeyes? Huh? Why don't you just beat us? And then Michigan State, well, they do, after already having blown them out in their own house, and a great extension to Dusty May, by the way, going 2-4 down the stretch after getting signed. Great extension, really working out well so far. They go out and they do the exact same thing that Ohio State did, only one little teeny tiny difference. This wasn't us rubbing it in. This might come as a shock to Michigan because they don't have any traditions in college basketball, because the only thing of note they ever did was have a team full of players who did not win any national championships, other than, embarrassing themselves and calling timeout when they didn't actually have a timeout. We actually have traditions at Michigan State for college basketball. And one of those is at the end of a game, obviously the game, again, I don't need to reiterate, the game was over. We were up 17 points with 30 seconds to go. I don't know if you're aware, there's no 17-point play you can make in 37 seconds. So what we do is we intentionally foul Michigan so that they go to the free throw line, and then Tom Izzo can sub out the seniors, 3 of which that there were, where it was Frankie Fiddler and Shimon Zapawa and Jaden Akins as the last one, and all 3 of them go to kiss the floor. Now, I will be totally honest with you, as a neurotic kind of weirdo, I don't really get the kissing. Like I would not kiss the floor. All right, I just wouldn't do it. All right. But the whole reason for the tradition is, back in the day, when the Fab Five was a thing, they rubbed their behinds on the Spartan logo. And so, as a retort to that, we showed that actually we respect our logos. We're not going to allow you to defame it. We're going to show it reverence and respect. And it's been a long-standing tradition. We've done it against pretty much every Big Ten team. If we're winning the game, the guys go out during the game. But if we're losing the game, this may come as a shock because Michigan doesn't win a whole lot in the Breslin. But if we're losing the game, we actually keep our seniors in because usually those are some of your best players. And when you're losing a game, again, Michigan knows a whole lot about losing games. You have to keep your best players in. See, like Michigan in this past game, they didn't actually have to sub out anybody because they were losing most of the time. But we, on the other hand, we actually had a lot of chances to sub out guys. Probably maybe sometime around when we were up like 20 points at the half, or 20 points in the second half, or really most of the game. All of this is to say that Michigan acted like a bunch of sore losers, which is as typical as one would expect from Michigan because, they love to dish it out, but they just can't take it, apparently. When they lose, it's a national travesty. It's not that they didn't play well enough. It's not that they didn't have the right fight. It's not that they didn't have the right coaching. It's not that they weren't prepared. It's that everything else in the world is wrong. Everything else is wrong. You must have done something that was against the rules or something was unfair. And everybody's being so mean to poor Michigan. We just can't catch a break. And that's how it is. That's just like, and now you have to deal with people, real people, including head coach Dusty May, trying to make the case that, I didn't have any idea. I didn't know this was a tradition. It's taking so long. Why can't they do it after the game? Okay. First of all, okay, we're winning the game. The game is over. Okay. You want to say after the game? The game ended in the second half. The game was over way before then. And furthermore, we have done this again against countless teams in the Big Ten. We've done it against Illinois. We've done it against Purdue. We've done it against Indiana. We've done it against pretty much everybody. Anybody that we end the year with, we've done it with. No problems, no issues, no brawls, nobody standing on the court. And if somebody was, excuse me, can you just, get off the, my bad, I didn't realize, I'm sorry, wasn't even paying attention where I was. Okay, no problem. But no, I want to stand here. I'm gonna stand here and sit around. Now, to all the Michigan fans who don't understand, imagine what you would be thinking if, as Michigan has their little football tradition where they jump up and they hit the banner, right? Imagine if Ohio State just like stood right in the middle of it. Wouldn't you be a little perturbed? Wouldn't you be a little, hey, what the heck are you doing? Everybody knows we do this. Well, there's no rule saying we can't stand. What is there a rule that says we can't stand? No, there's not a rule, but are you stupid? Are you a moron? And so, look, if Dusty May is so willfully ignorant, like there's two scenarios potentially, okay? Either scenario number one, Dusty May truly believed that he could mount a comeback if he put 2 guys right there on the back in half court, down 17 with less than a minute to go. He's going to put 2 guys who combine for 2 total points, 2 more points than you and me. He's going to put those 2 guys back there in the event that, Michigan can, maybe miss a field goal or miss a free throw intentionally and maybe get the rebound, what have you. Okay. So in that case, Dusty May is an idiot because why is he putting in 2 guys who barely played and combine for 2 total points if he thinks he can still win the game. So there's that. We can throw that. Or scenario number 2, he is so stupid that despite the fact that the referees told him this was going to happen in this game, and despite the fact that he coached at Indiana for a significant amount of time, a long enough amount of time to be aware of this tradition, and he just totally forgot that it exists, or somehow it just right over his head. He just never noticed it. Coaching in the Big Ten, then coaching now a full year at Michigan. He never even was aware of any sort of thing, which is what he says that he was. But apparently, I don't know. Maybe he's got short-term memory because the referees told him about it. So basically, either Dusty May is stupid, or Dusty May is stupid. Or I guess the third option, he's just a lying scumbag, and he just wanted to interrupt the scenario because he was sour about the fact that his team laid another egg against Michigan State. One of the three. I got to tell you, I don't think Dusty May is a stupid person. So you tell me which option you think it was. But hey, Michigan State, we're going to be busy raising banners and holding up trophies. Michigan can be busy standing on and defending the Spartan logo. Because apparently, if Michigan showed about half as much fight defending that logo as they did the whole game, maybe they wouldn't be down double digits. Trey Holloman just scored again, by the way. And Jaden Akins just hit another 3. And Michigan State is up $30 billion. So, but again, what would I expect from a school that hasn't won in the Breslin since I was in high school? So, hi, it's me again. If you enjoyed what you just saw, hit the like and subscribe button. We do live shows every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there.